Hi Capricorn, welcome to your April 2021 astrological forecast. I'd like to remind you to subscribe to my channel, check out my Ask Me a Question, and check out my website. There's a link to both of these things in the description section below this video. And check out my weekly forecast. So for you, actually, the sun and other planets are in Aries right now. Okay, where you have Aries is your 4th house. Okay, the sun is here up until like the 18th. Mercury moves into Aries on the 3rd. Venus is here up until the 13th, and there's a new moon in Aries on the 11th. So Aries is your 4th house of your personal life, your family life, your home, where you actually physically live, okay? And the property surrounding it, it's your past, your childhood, your family, okay? So this is where, you know, that your focal point is right now. If usually when the sun is here, people decide they're going to do something, at least paint, you know, some room or whatever, or chairs or lawn furniture or something, you know, something to like redo wherever it is that you live. You know, if you have the money and the time and you've already had the plans to remodel, do something really big, that's when something like this would be going on. But you know, sometimes it's not like people are going to pick up and move, but that could also be a possibility that you are moving to another location. You know, I don't see new house in here, you know, purchasing a new house or anything like that, but there are times when you actually end up living somewhere else. So this might be one of those times, especially around that new moon. However, if you're still at the same place where you live, if you live with other people, if you have a roommate or something like that, there's changes going on there with I don't know, it could even be like rules or whatever about how you guys live there, or even about what kind of people you bring there, and how you could be putting, you know, each other at risk by bringing in certain kinds of people or doing whatever within the house, okay? If you're a family person and you have family living with you, and or you have children even, same thing, you know, there's discussions about making the place more secure or security, you know, when it comes to the home. But having Venus here, though, makes it a pretty pleasant time. You know, usually I would have to say that you are fixing things up or buying nice new things for your home, because that's what Venus does. It makes you want to spend money on wherever is actually needed, and at this time is where you feel you need to buy some things for your home. As far as romance goes, when it comes to Venus, okay, if you were involved with anyone right now, most of your romantic times would be occurring in like a home setting. Okay, so like a dinner or something like that, or just over someone's place, or they're over your place just watching TV or something. So that's where romance flourishes here for now. Okay, around that new moon is when you would actually bring in, let's say, a new purchase or something that you bought for your home. Could be like a pretty big deal, you know, a major appliance, something, but it's something that you've probably had your eye on for a while, okay? The sun moves into Taurus on the 19th, and Mercury on the same day moves into Taurus, and Venus moves into Taurus on the 14th. So you know, Taurus is a fellow earth sign, and Venus actually rules Taurus, so it's at home there. Okay, where you have Taurus in your chart is your 5th house of romance and creativity and children and entertainment of any kind, sports, you know, going to see a play, a film, just gambling, okay, gambling, speculation, you know, just visiting someplace fun, okay. Now, you have the planet Uranus transiting here. It's going to be here for a few more years. So your idea about all of the things I just mentioned has changed somewhat. Like, you're attracted to different forms of entertainment now. You like different music, different art. Even your taste in romantic partners has changed a little bit. You're looking for somebody that's a little bit more offbeat, you know, where, you know, maybe you were too conservative in the past and too straight-laced. You know, now you're, you know, attracted to somebody that's considered a wild-looking or wild person, you know, because of their philosophy on life or something like that. So whatever. So you have different forms of entertainment and different forms of fun. Okay, so that just, you know, continues right now. In fact, it's a little bit more active because these planets are here, especially with Venus being here, okay? These two planets together, you know, they'll eventually conjunct one another, but those are covered in your weekly forecast, okay? But brings like it's probably something totally unexpected in romance. You could actually run into somebody that you haven't seen for a while, you know, just due to the fact that the planets have just left your fourth house of your past and your childhood. Could be somebody that goes back that far in your life, but it could be like just like an old flame. Okay, there's like a full moon on the 26th in the sign of Scorpio, and where you have Scorpio in your chart is your 11th house. It's directly across from this 5th house. So your 11th house is like your most sociable house. It's your friends. It's the places where you go to hang out. So maybe if you are even out around this time, or if you're attending a party, or you're in some kind of gathering, and it could even be online, you know, if you're not physically out there, it could be while you're online socializing. Something could happen with one of your friends or acquaintances or some kind of group that you belong to, even if it is like online, that in regards to, let's say, like your romance, like who you're seeing or who you're dating at this time. Someone may have some kind of comment to say about them, or if you're involved in some kind of creative project, again, you know, there's always somebody you know, online that feels that because they're online, they can say and do whatever they want to, and that without any kind of repercussions. And it's either that or just your taste in entertainment, your taste in music, film, anything like that. So it's like kind of like a minor thing, you know. It's just somebody being a pain in the ass. Okay. So Mars is still in Gemini up until the 22nd. It's been here, moved into Gemini last month, so you're already used to a little bit of having Mars in your 6th house of the workplace and your co-workers. The company you work for, even, it's a boss or whatever, you know, the actual building where you work. So there's some changes more or less being made there to your schedule or your work assignments. Whether you work at home or you are back physically in the building that you worked in, you know, but there's like a lot of activity going on there right now. Things are changing wherever it is that you work, okay, and it could be just in your schedule, but it could also be in people, you know, and like I said, work assignments and whatever. This is also the house of health, and having Mars here really makes you very energetic at this time, okay? When Mars was in your 5th house in Taurus, okay, you may have taken up some kind of, for fun, taken up dancing or riding a bike or something or other, jazzercise, you know, whatever, okay? But you were doing it for fun, but it actually helped you physically. It helped your health in some way, that you are continuing it now that you have Mars in your 6th house of health. So you have taken up some kind of new sport or activity, and I would have to say something like dancing. You know, it could be walking or running, but I think it's something a little bit different than that, but it's starting to help your health. Okay, on the 23rd, Mars moves into your opposite sign of Cancer, into your 7th house. That's where you have the sign of Cancer. So things in your close relationships really start to pick up. Okay, this is when people get a little bit pushy towards you. I'll go into it a little more next month because it's only just moved in here on the 23rd, and the only people that it's really going to affect, you Capricorn people, are people born like at the end of December. You may notice someone when the sun first moves into Capricorn, okay, in December. You know, someone being a little bit more pushy with you, trying to get you to commit to something or other, either commit to the relationship, or this is also the house of business partners. So they may be trying to get you to sign on the dotted line or get into some kind of business that way of doing business that you're not really, you don't like it. Okay, or maybe somebody trying to talk you into going into business with them. So this is something. This is a time where you will be fending people off in a way. Okay, the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Capricorn on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 30th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Cancer, and those dates are the 17th, 18th, and 19th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of speculation or gambling, and anything to do with children is the 12th, 13th, 14th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. The best time for money is the 5th, 6th, 7th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. The best time for your career is the 24th, 25th, and 26th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 7th, 8th, 9th, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So I hope you enjoyed your astrological forecast for April. Be sure to check out my weekly forecasts, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next week. Goodbye.